How's everybody doing today? Good? Katarina, you get the cars warmed up? Yeah, all right. So, we're going to start talking about some of the gifts that Jesus gave the disciples. And we're going to look at some verses from Ephesians 4 today. And those are going to be the verses that kind of guide our thoughts for the next several weeks as a congregation. But I want to talk to you about those same gifts. So, in Ephesians 4, Paul writes a letter to the church, and he tells them that Jesus gave 5 gifts to the church. And that each of us basically have one of those gifts in our lives. All right? So does anybody know what those 5 gifts that Jesus gave the church might be before I tell you? Any guesses? All right. The first, what do you think, Heather? Gold? No, unfortunately. Unless we can look around and ask, has anybody here been gifted with gold? No. All right. That is what the wise men came and gave Jesus over the manger, right? So they gave him gold, frankincense, and myrrh. What we're talking about are spiritual gifts. So, the first of the gifts is the gift of apostleship. All right? The second is prophecy. The third is evangelism. The fourth is shepherding. And the fifth is teaching. Now, the first 3 are the ones that we're going to talk about the most. Apostleship, prophecy, and evangelism. Now, if you take those 3, they make a really cool acronym that I think you guys can all remember. Those are the 8 gifts that we get. All right? So, in each and every one of us, there's a little bit of monkey. What do you think? Huh? Yeah? Monkey around a little bit? Do you ever do that? Okay? So we're going to look at these gifts that we call the 8 gifts. Today we're going to talk about apostleship, though. Does anybody know what an apostle is? Any guesses? Lizzie? Something printed on a rock. Not quite. Anybody else? Yes, an apostle? We talk about people that we call apostles in the Bible. Does anybody know who we call an apostle? We would say the apostle in the person's name. Any guesses? You know who? Paul, all right? He's probably the biggest one we think about. All of the disciples we call apostles after they began their ministry. Peter, James, John. Okay, all those guys we call apostles. Now, apostle, though, means something special. Apostles have a few characteristics. I want you to think about this, all right? Apostles, first of all, are good leaders. Are any of you good leaders? Any of you like to lead? Yeah? Some of you? All right. No, you don't like to lead? All right. Apostles are risk takers. Do any of you like to take risks? Yeah, a few of you. Any of you daredevils? Nikki? You're not a daredevil. I can tell by the smile that your head is shaking the wrong direction. All right. Apostles are vision casters. They're able to share a vision of what is expected with the people around. Are any of you good at sharing visions? See, I think some of you are, right? There's some other things, but those are the 3 we want to talk about. So I want you guys today to think about, do you have apostle-type gifts? Are you good at leading things? In Girl Scouts, in sports, in Cub Scouts, in all the things that you do? I see leadership in a lot of you. Apostles are good at taking risks to get the job done. And I've seen a lot of you take risks to make good things happen. You've taken risks to share Jesus with some of your friends. You've taken risks to make sure things are done at the church. And I'm not talking risks like when your mom says don't do something, making you do it anyway. Right? Not those risks, all right? But we take some of those risks. And then apostles are good at sharing a vision. And I know a lot of you in your circles, when I see it at after-school program, at Bible school, and Sunday school, you're good at sharing a vision of who Jesus is and what he means to you in your life. So I think we have a lot of young apostles growing up in our church. And over the next 3 weeks, we're going to look at the rest of our 8 models. So prophecy, evangelism, shepherding, and teaching, all right? So this week, there's apostleship. I want you guys to think about that a little bit. Maybe ask your parents when you get home today after I talk to them if they think there's any apostle-type gifts in your family. But I want to promise you that one of these 5 gifts you have within inside of you that Jesus has gifted you and blessed you with. So we'll help figure out what that is and see how that gift grows and how you expand in the church. What do you think? Does that make sense? All right, guys. Bow our heads for a word of prayer. Dear Father, I pray today that you would be with these young men and women in our church, that you would raise them up strong, that you would guide them, that you would direct them. That, Father, in all and through all, they would understand their gifts, and they could serve you better as young men and young women, leaders in your church, as it moves forward to share your grace, your hope, and your peace with all that are around. We thank you for this today, Lord. Pray all things in your name. Amen. All right. Those of you that are going to children's church can head